Welcome to another episode of Mom Talk. Me and Victoria are recording after hours today for y'all
Yeah.
because we've got to talk about Mason's tonsillectomy. Is that the correct name?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's and adenoids too.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you. Okay, do you have to get both or?
I don't know. I've never heard of anybody just getting their tonsils taken out. I feel like it's always both.
No, when they say tonsils, I've never had to do this and my kids have never had to, so I thought it was strictly tonsils until you.
Honestly, I still don't know what an adenoid is, but Mason doesn't have them now.
They're gone.
Yeah. It's weird to think about. Yeah, I signed some forms, and yeah, I did want him to have this done because we're tired of strep and snoring and whatever. But I chopped off part of my child's throat.
Yeah, my kids were
I
asking
didn't,
me.
but
Thank goodness it wasn't you.
I signed the form for somebody to.
My kids were asking me, and they were like, well, why don't you need them? I'm like, well, I don't know what they honestly do anyways, but I had a gallbladder.
And I didn't need it.
And for some reason,
But
I
then
don't
they tried
need
to
it.
kill us. We both had our gallbladder taken out.
Yes. And then they don't tell you about after.
They don't.
The greasy foods and such and what it does to you.
If you've had it out, you know what we mean.
Yeah. But yeah, so you don't need your tonsils either. They're just an extra.
Yeah, there's so many spare parts, like your appendix too.
Oh, yeah.
I have this thing, I've said it ever since I got my gallbladder out. I think if you have to have your gallbladder or have to have your appendix taken out, you should just get a BOGO. Scoop them both while you're in there.
While you're in there.
Because both can try to kill me.
Yeah.
And neither one of them are needed.
Yeah, and if I don't need them, just go ahead while you're in there.
Yeah, it's just a risk factor.
I had mine out before kids. Yours was before kids.
Mine
Weren't
was
you
way before.
17.
I was 16.
Okay, every time I went in, and I couldn't even tell you how old I was, but it was before Emma. They were like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "What do you mean, am I sure? I didn't pick this myself. I do need it out."
Y'all told me something was wrong with it.
But obviously, the younger you are is not normal.
It's definitely not normal at 16. I went through a bunch of tests because I also didn't have gallstones.
Okay, I did.
So mine was overactive. So it's supposed to contract, I forget the percentage, but it's something called a HIDA scan.
Okay, I've heard you say that.
HIDA, I think. Don't quote me on that. And it sees how much your gallbladder is contracting after they give you some type of hormone or something in an IV to simulate you just ate.
Oh, okay.
And so it's supposed to do, I don't know, 40, 50%.
So I didn't have to do that because I did have
You
the
had
stones.
stones.
Okay.
I had to do it because I didn't have stones, but still had a bunch of problems. And yeah, mine was doing 96%.
Oh,
Way too much.
that sounds like
So
overworking.
they took it out and it was covered in adhesions where it had just kind of internally blistered itself working too hard.
Oh,
That's how they described it to me.
yeah. That's brutal.
Brutal. Anyway, a lot can go wrong with your gallbladder.
And you can get rid of a lot of body parts you don't need.
You sure can.
Okay, so Mason had strep all the time.
Yeah.
I think we've
So
covered this, but I'm not
we
sure.
have.
Strep all the time.
Strep all the time, snored a lot. And then I know
Because you had him checked for the snoring, right?
Yeah, I took him to the ENT and I was like, hey, he's been snoring a lot. I actually took him too because he was not able to keep up with Remy. I've talked about this on here.
Right. You noticed
running,
he was out of breath.
His activity level was just not what it was. And I was like, what happened?
I think that's such an interesting thing for you to notice that goes along with this.
I know.
You originally thought it was...
I was worried it was some type of, there's asthma in my family.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin Sammy has a lung condition. Well, yeah, her lungs have stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
My lungs have stuff going on. So naturally I'm like, oh, you can't run. Eerily familiar. Let's get that checked out.
Right.
But we went to the ENT the first time. He has very large tonsils. So healthy day, he has large tonsils. I think I talked about it before, but they're a scale 1 to 4. He had grade 3. So enlarged. And if you're doing activity, obviously they get a little bigger.
Yeah.
Blood's flowing.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a theory. They could be a little obstructive.
Okay, but that wasn't initially why we were removing them.
No. And the first consultation I had, he was like, how many times has he had strep this year? And I was like, oh, I don't know, 4. He was like, okay, well, not quite. Goodbye.
Okay.
And I was like, fine, I don't want my kid to have surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to have never done this.
Right.
But I also don't want him having strep so many times a year and taking antibiotics all year long, pretty much.
And honestly, when he took antibiotics, like I feel like some kids after like 2 doses are good. I felt like he like still needed
Yeah. And he still ran really high fevers.
high fevers. Yeah.
He's a high fever kid when he is sick. So I didn't want him doing all that. So after I told the ENT he'd had strep 4 times, they were like, we like to see 6, like to call it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. That was in August before he started kindergarten. And guess who had strep in November, December, and January?
It was like it never ended.
Yeah. They think he never really like got rid of it.
Yeah.
We changed antibiotics. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
But at that point, they were like, yes.
So you knew in January you were going to have him removed, or you thought you were,
Yeah.
and you decided to schedule it for the summer so he could have like a full break.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to have to stress. Like, I know it's kindergarten.
But still, if you miss a week of school.
Yeah. And I didn't want to have to stress about that, or like, what if he didn't feel better after 1 week? And yeah, I just wanted, beginning of summer, we have the rest of the summer to have fun and do whatever, get it out of the way. So yeah, that's what we did.
Okay. So you took him to pre-op. They were like, here's what to expect.
Yep. It was pretty straightforward if you've ever had any surgery. No food or drink after midnight. They call you. So his surgery was the Tuesday after Memorial Day. They called me on Friday before
To tell you the time.
to tell me what time to get there. We had to be there at 9, surgery at 10.
I feel like that's a good time. I mean, I know you don't want him any later than that because he can't eat. But earlier, like, it's so early to get up and get there and Remy to school.
Yeah, that was one thing. Because originally when they called to do like the anesthesia questions, I was like, do y'all know like about what time? And she's like, well, it could be moved up or back, but right now it's down for 7:45.
Oh, right.
And I was like, oof. Like,
How are you going to get Remy to school?
yeah. Which, I mean, I would have figured it out. It would have been fine. But it ended up being 9 o'clock, which was a lot better. Like, Remy still got to have a normal morning, go to school,
Yeah.
and then we could just kind of like take our time getting there. I mean, it was in town, but
Yeah, and you and Jarrett both went. How was Mason when y'all got there? Because I know you said he's been nervous.
he kept asking me, can you reschedule it? Can you reschedule it? And I was like, no. And that just like puts off the inevitable.
Right.
And when you're younger, it's supposedly better. So you're only getting older every day. So yeah,
You get there.
got there. He was fine when we got there.
Like,
He was playing Pokemon Go on Jared's phone.
okay. So he's fine. He gets his
Fine.
little gown.
Yeah, then they take us back. It was at a surgery center, so in our little curtain stall. Puts on his gown, his little hairnet.
But you and Jarrett could both go back there too?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
We just sat there. They told us what to expect when he was waking up from anesthesia. So they didn't like give him anything in the little stall with us. They had him breathe, I don't know what, to knock him out, and then they put the IV in once he was
good.
out.
Oh,
Which
good.
Mason's fine. Like, both my kids are weird, maybe. They don't cry with shots.
Okay.
When I'm like, you gotta get a shot, they're like, okay. Like, it's not a big deal. They're not scared of it. I mean, they might like say ow, but they're not crying even when the needle goes in. They're like, okay.
I mean, I know you're not an overreactor, but that sounds very Jarrett to me. Just,
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, when it comes to medical stuff like that, I didn't have a choice in this life.
I was going to say, you're used to it, I feel like.
No, I've been used to it my whole life, I feel like. And, you know, kids feed off their mom. Well, I guess whoever's with them.
Yeah.
But they're with me,
Yeah.
and they feed off my vibes. And I'm more likely to be anxious at the grocery store. I mean, not really, but
Later
like,
in life, they're like, oh, I'm
I have the
fine
doctor's
having
office.
surgery.
Yeah.
Not
I have
who
the doctor's
I'm.
office anxiety for sure, but like when it's something routine like a shot, that part of it doesn't stress me out.
Yeah.
Being there does. That
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever.
Yeah,
Blood
like,
draw,
I can take
do it.
Yeah.
So anyway, they gave him whatever. It smelled like cotton candy, and he said he had cotton candy dreams.
Oh. Give him the good
They
stuff.
warned us before, like a lot of kids try to pull their IV out when they come out, and they don't know they're doing it. They're still out of it, so it'll be really wrapped up.
Oh, wow.
I was like, great. Then she was like, a lot of kids are agitated, crying. Don't be alarmed. I was like, well, I have woken up from
Yeah.
anesthesia in all fashions.
Forms, yeah.
So won't be alarmed.
You're waiting for it.
Waiting. And Mason's already a little feisty.
Yeah.
So, and then she was like, he'll have to drink or like eat a bite of popsicle or something, swallow. And she was like, that'll help us know if his stomach's going to be upset after.
Okay.
Once you put something in there. See.
So that was like his pass go to leave was a little sip or a little bite.
A little something.
How long was he back without y'all?
45-ish minutes.
Okay. And that's what you expected?
Yeah.
Was he awake when you came back?
No.
Okay.
No. He was still definitely asleep. She said, we go back. He did great. He's still out. He's not trying to get his IV out or anything. He's scratching his nose. Like, you're really itchy when you wake up.
Okay.
And then she was like, if you take a sip of your drink, I'll take your IV out. Well, this kid is on a different planet. He has no idea. He has an IV. He doesn't know what you're talking about. He doesn't know anything. But
took that sip?
He took multiple sips. Nobody had to bribe him. I was like, and then she was like, oh, I forgot to take out your IV. Like,
yeah.
And so she takes it out. She was like, well, he's really good. He didn't even notice. I was like, yeah, he's asleep.
Yeah, out of it.
I was like, I don't know if this anesthesia's wearing off like it's supposed to.
Okay, Henry had like a little bit, I think I told you, for his ears. And it took him a minute to wake up, but then he was so emotional. I was like, I'm going to cry and I'm not supposed to. And like, I know this is the anesthesia, but that's just hard seeing your kid come out of it.
Yeah.
And then
I was prepared, as you can be.
I don't, I'm just too sensitive.
Yeah.
So I think, thank goodness Mom went with me because she drove home and I sat in the back with him like he was a newborn again. I was like, oh, my babe.
I did make Jarrett ride in the back with him. I had no reason to do that. I was just like, oh, he's definitely going to throw up in my car.
I feel like that's your worst nightmare. Is he going to be nauseous?
I hate being nauseous. It's like a phobia level for me.
It's not funny, but yeah.
So I was like, you have to sit back there. What if he throws up? He's not even awake to do that.
But just in case.
So.
Okay, so he took his sip and y'all got to leave.
He took multiple sips. He ate half that popsicle. He was still sleeping. He did like sit up so I could get him dressed.
Okay.
He got to ride in a wheelchair. He does not remember that.
He doesn't?
Mm-mm.
Did you take pictures?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I did before surgery.
Yeah.
And I took like one after, but he was just sleeping.
Yeah. I feel like he slept that whole first day. Like,
he did.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. I say he did. When Remy came home from school, he kind of woke up. He could hear her. Mm-hmm. And it was sweet. He was like, can Remy come up here and watch tablet with me? I was like, sure.
So he was in his bed.
Mm-hmm. And she went up there, watched tablet. Then it was dinner time. I was like, here's your bowl of Jell-O. Mm-hmm. I gave him the option. I was like, ice cream, popsicle, Jell-O. What do you want? He wanted Jell-O.
Could he eat then?
Yeah. So we were all having like this frozen meal. It was like chicken, veggies, and rice. And Mason, bless him, it was so sad. He was sitting there and just staring at Remy's plate.
Aww.
And he goes, I think I like that.
Aww.
And I was like, and they had told me too, because I was thinking like strict, only cold, soft, whatever. Mm-hmm. And they were like, if he feels like eating it, he'll know quickly if he can or can't. Mm. So if he thinks he can, let him.
Okay.
So I was like, okay.
That sounds so risky, but yeah, if they're hungry.
But I mean, then I was like, okay, it's chicken, like soft, like.
It's not like you're giving him chips and dip, like a chip down his throat.
Yeah, and it's like soft, like frozen dinner type chicken, rice, and like some peas.
Yeah.
So I was like, we'll see how south this goes. But then he ate it and like loved it.
Okay.
He was starving.
Yeah.
He is not going to be hungry. He'll be in pain before he's hungry.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh, yeah. So, and like they gave us prescription medication, pain medication. Mm-hmm. And they were like, start him with a half dose, see how he does. If he needs the full dose, he can have up to this much. And he did not need any pain meds.
You didn't feel like, he needed it.
Mm-mm.
The Motrin,
I think he was fine with
Tylenol.
Motrin and Tylenol. And the first few days, he really was not in pain at all, I don't feel like.
So day 2, I feel like you thought he was okay.
Yeah. The day after, I was like, cool, this is easy. People were right. Whatever. Like, he's just fine. I feel
like at his age, comparing to even an 11-year-old we know just had it done, like I felt like just that age difference was huge.
Right.
For how young they are for it to be better.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
So day 2, I really can try to remember back that far, but he was sleepy. We took a nap.
Yeah.
I mean, low energy.
Yeah, but he ate those leftovers again. Like,
He ate
I
the
remember you say
leftovers?
that. He's sleeping through the night.
Sleeping through the night, not waking up at night. I also was not waking him for pain meds, or not pain meds, but Tylenol, Motrin, whatever. I was not waking him for anything.
Did they say that, or they just said as needed?
They said stay on it every 8 hours.
Okay.
So that would mean waking him because
Yeah.
he sleeps more than 8 hours.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Is day 3 when y'all woke up and he was in pain?
Oof. It's a good question. I don't think so.
Maybe that was 4.
I think it was day 4.
Yeah, I feel like we were further in. So 3 was like a repeat of 2, like fine.
Yeah, like a nap and low energy, less food, less drinking, I think. But I was like,
I feel like you were worried about the drinking.
I think that's when that started. Because I was like, what sounds good? Do you want to go get a slushie? Like, what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay. Not drinking. Not eating. And like I said, he will eat and be in pain, but no, we weren't.
Okay, you also said he was like not speaking.
There was some time we had to learn some sign language. Not true sign language. Well, some of it was true.
Just a thumbs up?
We got a thumbs up, a sideways, and a down.
Aw.
Mm-hmm. And I'd be like asking him, like, do you want ice cream, Jell-O? I put Go-Gurts in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
And he would hold up like the number of the option I said, like 1 for popsicle, 2 for whatever.
Yeah.
And then, the true sign language for more.
More, yeah.
So, I mean, but he was so sweet. He did thank you.
That's so sweet. He learned that at Red Barn?
My mom reminded him. They did learn it at Red Barn, I think, but he was reminded. And when Remy was in speech, we learned some then too. But yeah, it was cute. It was a little challenging, but it was mostly cute.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't tell you what day is what.
Yeah.
I know we were doing good and then we didn't.
Yeah. I feel like maybe that was 4 or 5 because I feel like you sent it to me and you're like, okay, this is actually what they said is the worst.
Yeah. Because I thought it was going to be day 2, 3 because that's what all the nurses had said. Turns out it's like a 4 or 5.
Is the worst.
For Mason.
What was happening at 4 and 5?
I also feel bad because the first few nights I let him sleep in my bed.
Mm-hmm.
And he slept through the night, slept fine. Then I was like, why don't we try your bed tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Because Remy is the problem.
She's trying to come join the party.
I've talked about it before. She is a pain to sleep with. She is terrible. She teaches Zumba from 2 to 4. And
she's on a kick of coming to y'all's bed.
Well, she usually gets in bed with Mason. So when Mason wasn't in his bed, she's like, where are you? Gotta find somebody. And then she found all of us.
Yeah.
And then it was 4 people in my bed. And that's way too many.
So you're like, well, Mason, you need to go back to your bed.
So I was like, Mason, I hate to do this to you, but you got to go to bed because your sister's driving me nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, I don't want her in my room. I was like, I don't either. Nobody does. And he was like, okay, well, can she have to stay in her room? I was like, I'll do my best.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't listen one bit. He fell asleep and I put a Ring doorbell in his room.
Mm-hmm. That was smart.
So that he could call me if he needed to. I could talk to him, see what he needed, go upstairs, whatever. So I saw her little sneaker butt going in there and just crawling in his bed. She kept peeking in to make sure he was asleep.
I bet.
Or checking to see if he was awake still. Mm-hmm. And then she just hopped right in.
Did it wake him up?
No. Which is good.
Mm-hmm.
But he woke up in the middle of the night that night, the first night in his bed, screaming.
Was she still in the bed?
Yep, sound asleep, unaffected.
Oh, wow.
Just out.
Yeah.
And he is, I say screaming because that's what it is. But it's like a muffled.
Is it because was his voice not get that loud because of his throat?
I think it could. I don't think he wanted it to.
Oh.
So he's just moaning and groaning. Actually, back it up. There was a morning he woke up before the nighttime.
Okay.
That morning he had woken up and he was pathetic. He woke up in so much pain.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing the screaming, groaning thing, and then he fell to the floor at one point in fetal position. Aww. On the tile floor.
Aww.
I just scooped him up.
Yeah.
That was sad. And then that night was the night he had to go back to bed. That was rude of me.
That was rude of you. Wow. That's the night I kicked him out.
I have to get some sleep. But he had been fine the whole day after that.
Yeah.
That night screaming, of course I bring him back down to my bed at that point. He was fine the rest of the night. The next night, we're waking up twice. Screaming, crying.
That's terrible.
Terrible. We were all alternating meds. We had just been on Motrin. We had to incorporate Tylenol. I still didn't feel like he needed the pain med. I know that might sound crazy.
But you couldn't give the pain med with the Tylenol, right?
No. So that had been my holdup. That's why we were doing just the Motrin, because then if he needed the pain med, he could have it. And I felt like once I did Tylenol, we couldn't turn back. So I didn't give Tylenol until I felt like we were probably in the clear, and I was wrong. I still don't think he needed the pain med. I still think Tylenol and Motrin were fine. I'd rather him be, might sound bad, I'd rather him be a little uncomfortable, like manageably uncomfortable. He had surgery. He's not supposed to feel normal.
Right.
Manageably uncomfortable than to have him like on a prescription pain medication at 6 years old.
No, I was the same way when they gave it to Henry. I was like, I just don't feel like I can do that unless I'm seeing something crazy.
Right.
I couldn't do it. I didn't use it either.
Yeah. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, if he was in that amount of pain with Motrin and like if day one the Tylenol hadn't made a difference, I wouldn't have done it. I would have been like, no more Tylenol, we're doing the pain med.
Yeah, you're not keeping him in pain. You can just see that those meds were working.
I don't want to overkill.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I didn't want him to just be like knocked out. I wanted him to like do stuff as he felt like he could. Because I think that kind of helps your recovery.
Right.
Like I know for me, like after Mason, I took every single one of my pain pills. I was dying in pain with my C-section. After Remy, I only took one.
Yeah.
And I think it made a lot of difference because I was more active. I wasn't as tired. I mean, it's a newborn. I was still tired.
But not like you were with Mason.
But I wasn't like drug-induced tired.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the most traumatic thing happened. What day was that? Yesterday.
So 6.
Yeah.
Day 6.
We put our little pool up for the summer. And I had told Jarrett and Mason we're not getting in it.
Yeah, like we're just putting it up today. Like you still have to fill it up.
They got in.
Victoria sent me a photo of Mason in the pool with the caption of saying, I told Mason he couldn't get in the pool today. I said, well.
Stuck to it.
We really stuck to it.
Yep, Jarrett was watching him and in he went.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was still filling up. It wasn't very deep.
Yeah, he didn't go under.
Not underwater. I was like, well, the damage is done. I'm not going to make you get out now. And he, again, still low energy. He's not doing too much. We go to sleep. He wakes up once in the night. Wake up the next morning. Jarrett's got these kids in the pool. Again. It's all the way full now, but he's not going underwater. He's got his vest on. He's really just walking around.
Yeah.
Because it's not that deep. And we did not know this at the time. All Jarrett knows is Mason's head is over the edge of the pool and he is spitting blood out.
But you didn't know what he was spitting out?
I wasn't even outside.
Oh, yeah, you were
outside. I was inside. And so Jarrett comes in. He's like, do you have the number for that doctor? I'm like, what doctor? Because Mason's not inside. I don't know the context. And he's like, the tonsil doctor. And he's like very calm all the time. So I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, what has
calm
happened?
Down. I was like, why? He's like, Mason's spitting up a lot of blood. I was like, oh my gosh.
Did you know it was possible for him to spit up blood?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But they said little amounts. And like bright red, excessive, recurrent are the like red flags.
Yeah.
So he's spitting up blood, and Jarrett's like, come outside, look. I'm like, I believe you.
Yeah.
But I looked. Oh. And sure enough, it looked bad. But also, mouths, I feel like...
Yeah, they bleed a lot.
They bleed a lot, and your spit just makes it look like a lot more. You get a drop of blood and a little bit of spit or water, it looks like a pool.
Right. And that was the scabs coming off?
Okay, no.
It's not.
I have literally not even told you this yet.
Okay, great. Breaking news.
So we didn't know this at the time, but Mason had gone like this on the edge of the pool.
Oh.
He bit his tongue.
He bit his tongue?
He bit his tongue.
So it wasn't his throat bleeding?
I thought it was his throat. He's in the sink just spitting mouthfuls of blood out. I might need a trigger warning on this episode.
Probably.
He's spitting mouthfuls of blood into the sink. And I'm like, oh my gosh. We get it rinsed out, cleaned up, whatever. I'm like, here, rest. Here's some ice, like to suck on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, I need you to tilt your head back and I need to try to look at your throat.
Mm-hmm.
Because I need to see if it's these scabs.
And what did he say?
No. And so he's also not telling us he's bit his tongue.
I was going to say, he didn't tell you all that.
Mm-mm. Which, in his defense, his whole mouth has been, I mean, not his whole mouth, but like the general area has been hurting for days.
Right.
I think he was scared because he's spitting mouthfuls of blood out and he just had surgery. I think he didn't even really know what happened.
Yeah.
But things calmed down and I was like, hey, let me look at your throat. Well, I go to look at his throat and there is a giant, like, almost like a blood blister on his tongue. I was like, you bit your tongue. This is not your throat. This is great news.
Yeah, this is great news for today.
And he really had a decline in like eating and drinking and like even taking medicine hurt. And he'd just be sitting there and start crying. I'm like, oh no. Oh. Is it your tongue? Is it your throat? Is it both?
Right. With options.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I felt better about it being his tongue. Then last night, he was like, can I sleep in your bed or do I have to sleep in my bed? I was like, I have laundry covering my bed. So let me go put it up. Let me take a shower. Your dad's going to go for a run. And when we're done with all that, we'll bring you downstairs. I said, even if you fall asleep, I'll still make Dad bring you downstairs. Mm-hmm. He was like, okay. Of course he fell asleep. And Remy snuck in there. So Jarrett goes up there, scoops Mason out after she's asleep, brings him down, puts him in our bed. Jarrett then goes downstairs to take our dogs out one more time for the night. And while he is out there, Mason just sits up, and it's not like a sick situation. It's just sitting up and just a mouthful of blood falls out of his mouth. All over my bed, him, me.
Yeah, you sent me the pic. We would definitely have to have a warning if we posted that.
And that was not it, because like after, the main event happened on all of my sheets in bed and whatever, I got a towel and I was just like, here, he's spitting into the towel. I'm like, oh, is it your throat? Because your tongue has been fine all day, but so has your throat. So I didn't know.
Which one was it?
I still don't really know. And so we get that cleaned up, get everything situated. He's still like asleep doing this. He's sleeping. Jarrett's inside. Mason sits up again and does it again. Like an hour later. It happened twice.
Oh my gosh.
And so at that point I'm like, I don't know. And so Mason was more awake that time. And so that was helpful because I was like, what hurts? And he's like pointing at his tongue.
So was his tongue.
I was like, okay, that's helpful. I was like, does the blood feel like it's in your mouth or your throat? And he was just like, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, it is everywhere. Confirmed.
Gosh, that must have been a bad bite.
I'm still not sure if it was a scab or his tongue.
Okay.
I think it's his tongue. I obviously feel pretty confident or I would have sought medical attention. If it happens at all, like a speck of blood, I'm calling.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's his tongue.
And have you seen, what does the back of his throat look like now? Does it look more healed? Do you see scabs?
Okay, so the other day when I looked, it was like 2 big white scabs. And I know that sounds weird that they're white, but that's how they're supposed to be.
Okay.
And it's looking better.
Like, will his throat look normal again, like what our throats look like, or is it going to be like scarred?
I mean, you won't see his tonsils.
Yeah. I'm like, is this like a scarred up situation?
Well, Mason wanted to see a before and after, so I do have a before.
Okay.
And in a few weeks, we'll take an after.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that sometime. He also can't open his mouth very wide. Like, he has to almost be upside down looking at the sky.
For you to see it.
Me climb inside his mouth.
How do you feel like his energy is?
Low.
still low. What about eating?
We were good until the tongue.
Okay.
That had picked back up and the tongue happened.
So did they tell you a week or did they tell you 2 weeks for recovery?
2.
2 weeks.
And that's when our follow-up is.
I was going to, seems to be trending like they're right.
And ChatGPT said that days 5 to 10 are the worst.
Okay.
And that's when the increased risk of bleeding is.
Okay.
Because the scab should fall off somewhere in there.
So there is a risk of bleeding with the scab coming off,
there is.
Obviously.
Yes.
But then...
And there's a vein, artery, something big's back there nearby. Oh, that's another thing. Okay, let's take this back for a second. The doctor's telling me beforehand, risks, whatever. He said there's only a 1 in 100 chance of a bleeding complication.
Okay.
I'm sorry. 1 in 100?
That's a lot.
That's a lot to me.
Yeah.
I have a condition that 1 in like 5 million people have. So what do you mean 1 in 100?
He's like, sounds good.
He was like, only 1 in 100. I was like, your office told me you do 40 of these a week. So like at least once a month?
Right.
That's what I'm hearing.
And what's that look like? What's a bleeding complication? You have to call and come back in and what?
I know. And then like in my brain that day, I was like, oh, during surgery.
But
I didn't think 5 to 10 days after.
Wow. Well, she hadn't bit his tongue because I need to know.
No, I know. If it happens at all, like Jarrett's been with him all day today.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened. If it happens tonight, I'm just calling.
Right.
I'm going to call and be like, I don't know if it's his tongue or surgery related, but I can't.
Yeah.
Can you sew up his tongue?
Since we've talked about blood so much in this episode,
Yes, go ahead.
can you please tell us about the bloody nose or the kick in the face or whatever too?
Sure, I would love to.
Because this is also during the same time that y'all are home recovering.
Yeah. He felt good enough before things went south to wrestle with Remy.
Yes.
And I don't know if boy moms, like who only have boys, think this is exclusive to them. It's not. It doesn't matter if you'd had a girl.
Yeah.
They wrestle.
Remy's fighting too.
Fighting. And then she cries. She's like, my punches don't even hurt him. I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
You signed up to play. He is not just punching you. That's different.
Yeah.
And we have rules. You're really not supposed to punch when you're wrestling.
Okay. That's not wrestling.
Right, that is fighting. That is not wrestling. But whatever. They were wrestling. It's bedtime. It's the end of the day. I'm tired. Everyone's tired. They're like delirious. Remy gets kicked in the face. Blood.
I'm just picturing like a roundhouse kick to the nose.
So they were in her bed and he was like kick, 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 but not to kick her. He was like kicking to try to get away and her face just caught a blow.
Yeah.
And I was downstairs, Jarrett was downstairs too. Like they had just gotten out of the bath. I was cleaning up the bathroom. Jarrett was doing the dishes. They're playing upstairs. I know people are going to be like, why are they wrestling without you or something? I don't know.
Oh, I feel like if you have kids,
You get it.
Yeah.
It's bedtime. They're getting out their last minute like wiggles or whatever.
Yeah.
So Jarrett and I are both downstairs. Remy's screaming bloody murder, which is nothing new. She does that when there's no blood.
Okay.
This time there was a lot. So she's at the top of the stairs, like out her nose, out her mouth.
Oh my gosh.
It's not funny.
No.
But out her nose, out her mouth. To the point where I'm like, oh my gosh. That's a lot. It's dripping onto my carpet. It's like there's a trail from her bedroom to the top step, then back to the bathroom.
Good.
And she is spitting blood into the sink.
Wow.
This week.
I feel like you've hit your limit with blood.
Well, J-Mob dropped a box cutter today.
No.
She's fine.
Okay, I'm like, did it take a toe?
No, I would not be laughing if she got her. But she was in flip-flops, and the box cutter fell. She's like, oh, glad that didn't hit my foot. I was like, me too, but I can handle the blood.
Yeah, you're like, but I got you.
It would be right on track with this week. But yeah, lots of blood coming out of her face. I didn't know if it was her mouth or her nose. It was her nose. She is nosebleed prone anyway, but he got her good.
What a fun week.
I've had fun. I am glad tonsils are like a one and done. And that Remy's never had strep.
Knock on wood, y'all see that?
So yeah, it's been fun. I've enjoyed this week. But really, though, Mason, the extra snuggles, you know, once they're a little older and they don't want to do that as much, like that has been
That's
nice.
a pro we can take out of it.
Yeah. I've enjoyed that.
The time you get, the downtime. I mean, not downtime, but the snuggle time.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, it is downtime. Like, I wasn't worried. I got so much stuff done before surgery knowing that I wouldn't want to do it while he was recovering. It really was downtime. Like, I don't rest and sit still, but I did.
Yeah.
I took a nap with him on the couch.
Good.
So it was downtime, but I had prepared for it too.
I feel like overall it's pretty much what you expected.
Yeah.
I know the bleeding's been a lot, but we don't know the
I
cause.
think the timeline was a little different than I expected.
True. You thought the first days would be, which that would make more sense to me, but I don't know anything about tonsils. So.
I don't either. Like, nobody, I mean, my Aunt Cindy, she had her tonsils out, but she was 21.
Oof.
So brutal.
Brutal.
And nobody else in my family has.
Yeah.
So I just don't know much about it. Now, if somebody needs their gallbladder out, let me know.
Yes, we can help you.
Gotcha.
Well, now you're the professional tonsil person too. Add it to your resume of medical things.
I'm a doctor.
Yes.
You know how like celebrities get like honorary like PhDs because they're creative?
You need one.
Give me one.
Yeah, you need that.
Yep.
Okay, well, we're all caught up on Victoria's week with Mason.
Yeah.
And if anything else crazy happens, we will definitely let y'all know.
It better not, but yeah, we'll let you know.
Right. Okay, thank y'all for listening. Don't forget to follow us on our Instagram page. We post to Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Okay, thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.